I'll tell you the story, what kind of my mission is and why I do what I do is, I'm going on my first house call. I just finished residency. There's an ad, it says, house call doctor, you get a driver, you get a car. I'm like, wow. So I come out, right? That's my first job. I come out, I sit inside the car. There's a red Audi, beautiful car. There's a driver with sunglasses, and I'm like, wow, I've made it. I go in, we drive from Queens to Brooklyn, because this was in New York, right? Any New Yorkers in the room? Look at that, you see, NYC represented. And so I'm driving and I walk up the stairs and I see a lady who's my patient. And I say, how are you? How's everything? And I'm sitting there for 15 minutes, for 20 minutes, for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And she's like, young man, why are you still here? The other doctors who used to come were here for 15 minutes and they left. And I said, look, I mean, you have so many medications, so many conditions. I can't just get up and go. 1 second. So I'm looking, and it says I was there in August, because I graduated residency in July. And I see a note from May. Patient losing weight, needs to get CAT scan of the whole body. Same note in June, patient losing weight. Same note in July, patient needs to get. And I'm here in August. So I tell her, I said, you know, how do we spell assume, by the way? A-S-S-U-M-E. So I did the first 3. I'm like, Mrs. Smith, why didn't you get the CAT scan? What's wrong with you? She's like, young doctor, relax. I got the CAT scan. I got it in June. Right when you guys told me in May, I scheduled it. Where'd you get it? X hospital. Like, I just did my residency there. I got all the connections. Let me call. Hey, brother, can you give me a hand here? What's the CAT scan result? So you have to understand, I'm standing there, I'm looking at her. The radiologist is giving me the result. Same moment. And he's saying, multiple lesions in the liver and multiple metastases all over the abdomen. Now, you understand where I'm coming from. I'm there, first day on the job. She's looking at me, she has no clue what's going on. And now I have to communicate to her this result. So I sat down, I communicated the result to her. It was a difficult conversation, and I said, I called the company that hired me. I said, I love you guys, everything's incredible, here's opportunities for improvement, but I'd like to do my own thing. I don't know if this is the right gig for me, because I just, you see the culture. And I went and I left and I started my own company, not competing with them because it was in Queens. And I called it My House Visit, and I started doing house calls myself and then grew it to one of the largest companies in New York. And my first patient was who? My grandmother. My grandma was my first patient. And I'll tell you a little bit about my grandma. So that's what really, through the years doing house calls, being in the home, understanding that population, understanding what's in the refrigerator, seeing the social dynamics, not just in the office, but being in someone's home allowed me to truly evolve as a clinician and as a physician. If you enjoyed this video and got value out of it, there's a new Medicare program called the Guide Model. It's completely new, and it helps caregivers like you get resources like 24/7 support line, have someone in your home help out with mom while you're taking a break. If you want to learn about it, there's zero cost to it. Look at the website right over here and apply to see if you qualify.